Hey, everybody.
Hey,
I knew it. I felt it coming before I even said it. Hey, everybody. Welcome to another episode of Defense of the Patience. I'm your host, Cyphus. I'm sitting here with my co-host, Roland, who made fun of me and doesn't deserve a chance to even respond to this, so never mind.
I want some name with Spectre in it. Like, if you can come up with...
Spectroland.
Spec Roland?
Yeah.
Roland?
Rector?
Roland the Wrecking Spectre?
Oh, God.
Okay.
And a very special guest who doesn't need a ridiculous nickname. Blackheart. Welcome to the show, Blackheart.
Hey.
I'm glad you came on. We were talking about, you beat Roland mid 1v1, which I feel like...
Well, she beat me once, then a catapult beat me once, and then I beat her once. So, yeah, really, it was like a three-way tie between the catapult, me, and Blackheart is what it was, and should really be determined again. But apparently, she has the win, so...
Just keep telling yourself that if it makes you sleep at night.
What were the matchups? What was game one? What was game one's matchup?
So I picked OD like a tryhard game one, and she picked Wind Ranger, didn't you?
No, Necrophos.
Oh no, Necrophos. And her courier didn't work. She didn't even have a courier, and I insisted that we restart the game because her courier wouldn't work.
He had to bring you down to his level.
There was, and I did, and that might not be under recent broadcasts. It should be, but. I was like, we should restart. Like, you have to have a courier. Like, especially in mid, like, you need to, have your items sent to you.
What was going on with your courier?
She disconnected in the loading screen. I'm sorry, I'm just telling it for you. And that means your courier is broken, apparently, if you disconnect in the loading screen. And so her courier wouldn't work. And it was legitimate. Like, it was definitely, it wasn't just some, like, my courier doesn't work. But she insisted the game go on. Okay? And
is this true, Blackheart?
Yes.
This is true. I mean,
playing with a disability is normal when it comes to Roland.
Yes, okay. Except I'm 14-0 with Spectre, so we'll talk about that a little later.
Okay, so who won that one?
She wins. Even though she doesn't have a courier, she wins. And I pick OD thinking, like, I'm going to pick the cheapest hero of this patch, is what I was thinking. Like,
except that you never play OD.
I never play OD. No, and she wrecked me. Like, it was a stomp. Like, stomp and a half. She like came around the corner and Reaper scythed me for the second kill, and it was just like no contest basically. Game 2, I play Arc Warden. She wasn't expecting how big my muscles were on Arc Warden, and she lost hard. That's all that needs to be said.
Who are you playing, Blackheart?
Doesn't even matter. She lost.
I was playing
Silencer.
Yeah. It was actually kind of disappointing.
Yeah, I wrecked her Silencer hard, like way harder than she wrecked me in game 1. Like. I feel like in
a 1v1 situation, Silencer is maybe not, I don't know, maybe not the strongest pick, just in general. Because don't you feel like you need an ult that does some type of damage?
Yeah. I'm just joking. Like she won fair and square, but I did win one game. I'll be humble about it.
You won the Silencer game.
I won the Silencer game. It was a quick game. Blackheart doesn't know what Flux does and doesn't know to stand by a creep.
I do because I do. That's all I'm gonna say.
Because I've talked about it all the time. Because I am an educator of Flux. I'm like, hey, have you heard of Arc Warden? They're like, yeah. It's like, do you know what Flux does? Just stand by a creep. That's all you have to do. Anyway, I won.
Cool story, Grandpa Warden.
Yeah. Then game 3, she
what was the matchup? Game 3.
I played Arc Warden again.
But I thought your
Death Prophet against this Arc Warden.
And yeah.
And I won.
The catapult. The catapult got the last hit on the tower. So that's what won. It was the catapult. But, we apparently the game decides to give the win to the person whose towers doesn't fall. The person who has the tower remaining.
Oh, sure.
And you won middle.
What's that?
That's the whole point of it.
Yeah, it's a weird rule, I think, that if they take the tower that they win the 1v1 mid. But yeah, the catapult took the tower on a
sure, because when you lose your tower, that doesn't mean you lost the lane.
On a very close, very close, very close game 3. No, she won, and it was ridiculous, dude. This Death Prophet exercise exorcism, and she's standing like literally like her hand is touching my tower, and the ghosts are just killing my tower.
That was horrible.
No, they were. It was fucking horrible. And then I get
was
back
it New Death Prophet or Old Death Prophet?
New Death Prophet.
Okay.
And she won convincingly. And then I realized there's a catapult attacking my tower, and I'm like, oh god. And I'm Arc Warden. Like, I don't do significant damage to a catapult. Why
didn't you throw your evasion thing down on the tower?
I didn't get the evasion thing.
Why?
Because I needed flux. Because that was what was gonna win.
Okay.
Yeah,
Blackheart.
it was a bad idea.
I want to. All right, let's do a quick state of affairs. We haven't done that in a minute, and I'd like to give like the audience perspective on Blackheart's perspective of Dota 2.
Okay.
So Blackheart, why don't you start us off? What's your current state of affairs? Party, solo, MMR.
I don't know.
I don't know. She's like 2.6, 2.7. I won't
pull it up.
You're like 2.7. I'm pretty sure.
I don't know.
Because I finally was able to remove it off my profile.
Yeah.
Because I hate that if somebody else like loads in, like they can just see who you're playing against. Holy shit, it's bad.
What?
It's 23-21.
Oh my god! I'm
on your solo.
Holy crap!
I'm within 70 of you. I can taste me passing you an MMR on Spectre, on what they're calling Specnic, like Sputnik, you know.
Sure, yeah. The satellite in the sky,
yeah,
can be anywhere it needs to be.
Yeah,
sure.
be anywhere.
Right, yeah, we all get it. All right.
Wow, some real vitriol. Yeah, but no, I do want to talk about Spectre for a little while, guys. Not my own.
I know, but so okay to. On that front, the point I was getting to, that because I want to just let everybody in, because when I ask Blackheart's opinion on this, Roland.
Yeah, shut up, Roland.
Roland will pick heroes, and I'm going to use Drow Ranger because she's the best fucking example. I don't have a lot, and you just shut your mouth over there. It hasn't been beat to death on the show, and that's where it needs to finally be achieved.
Okay, go ahead.
I have only played like five games of Drow Ranger. I don't normally play carry. I picked her up though because she was one of the challenges, and I had a great time. I was like, oh wow, you know when you play a hero for the first time and you discover you get the more intimate relationship with that hero by playing them, and I was like, wow, this hero does a fuck ton of really cool shit. I love those ice arrows. I can't believe that people don't use those ice arrows.
Noobs like the ice arrows.
Roland will pick Drow Ranger, and I have seen him before. Not by level 6, he has no points in Q. He has no points in W. He has gone E stats, ult. He does it.
E again.
E again, then ult.
And then stats all the way to...
He does that.
And then stats all the way to 11.
Yeah.
Stats all the way to 11. I have no skills.
The other night he told me... I told him... Like,
my agi is crazy, bro. My agi is crazy. Okay, that's all I have to say. But come on. Yeah.
He will do this. Drow's not the only hero he does it with.
No, it is.
He'll pick a ton of heroes.
I don't go stats on any other hero than Drow.
No, I'm not saying stats, but you will max out 2 abilities.
Well, I go stats on some heroes,
you will completely ignore one of the abilities that a hero has in favor of maxing the ability that you probably overvalue.
Mm-hmm. And that's what I was going to talk about with the Spectre thing.
And I think it's a huge mistake in the majority of those situations, and especially with Drow. The Gust. I'm glad we finally got you to realize that Gust matters
in some matchups.
Yeah. But you're like the ice arrows. The other night
we were playing. So
the other night we're playing a game.
They don't do more damage.
He picks up Gust because he's going up against an Ember and an anti-mage, and he wants to be able to silence.
I won the lane.
You didn't,
and we won the game.
We won the game, but it was not because of you. But it was not because of you. You didn't really win the lane, and you could have killed that. There were so many opportunities for him where if he had just had one goddamn point in the ice arrows, which takes 12 fucking mana, and 2 of that hero's abilities are fucking passives, if you would just take the one value point in ice arrows, you would have had the chase, and you can auto attack with it. You can right click that fucker and auto attack.
Dude, okay. Let me give you a little backstory here.
No, I don't.
Let me give you a little backstory on my Drow Ranger.
Blackheart, what do you think?
Wait. Okay, so during that whole entire time, you guys were saying EEE, which I was so totally confused about because I play with legacy keys, and normally that passive would be a T.
A T?
And I mean, why would you not even get frost arrows though? It's like a much needed skill, even if you want level 1.
Okay.
Yeah, it just needs a value point.
No.
It just it's 12 mana, and it gives him chase. I mean, I can't remember who it was.
Let me tell some of you guys about Dota 2, okay? And about this game and my start with Dota 2, if I may.
Oh, sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
Back, been many years now. Probably about, honestly, like 4 years. 4 years ago. Maybe 3.5, around 3.5 to 4 years ago, Dota 2 came out, okay? And Andrew Wazoo was ranting and raving about this Dota 2 game and how it's free and how I should play. And so I got a beta key and I played. And the only thing I played was Drow Ranger, okay? The only thing. For some reason, that was my hero. You were Skywrath Mage when you first started. And I didn't enjoy the game either. I thought Frost Arrows were the shit, okay? Matter of fact, some would argue, put a point in something else. And back then, Drow didn't have Gust. Drow had a silence like Death Prophet that was like a boo on top of people, okay? And then I can't even remember. She had a different E too. She was a completely different hero, but she still had Frost Arrows, okay?
It was still a passive. It just wasn't you couldn't activate it.
Oh, okay. Yeah, okay. Yep. So this is a super long time ago, and this is my first introduction to Dota. I played only Drow, okay? And it was the only hero I could seem to get any kills with at all, okay? And I was terrible. Like, I've been playing for, like, you know, over 2,500 games now, and I'm still terrible. Like, you can imagine how my first 10 games went. You know what I mean?
Sure.
Like to put things into perspective. Sure. When I realized that those didn't do more damage, way back in beta, okay? My heart was broken, dude.
It's not about the damage.
No. This is 10 games in, Roland, okay? We're talking about 10 games into Dota, Roland, okay?
Right.
This is conditioning.
But now you're 2,500 games in,
Roland.
Roland.
You're a goddamn psychologist, okay? You can understand, like, conditioning, okay?
Sure.
I conditioned my mind when I read that ability and saw, this doesn't do extra damage, to say, fuck that ability. And then ever since then, I don't know what my win rate is. Probably above 50%. I will say that. I've played a lot of Drow, and I feel like I have good games. But to the point of me going 0-0-4-2, and that's the rest in stats. I've done that. 0-0-4-2. I think it forces you to get a point, which I get 1 point in Gust, maybe before 11. Or, anyway...
You're like asking to lose the game.
Nope.
Yeah,
I'm
exactly.
asking to buy an ethereal blade first. Okay, that's what I do. I get my treads, I get my Aquila, I get my Yasha, and then I go E-blade right off the bat.
5 games on the hero. I know you've been fucking it up every time you play it.
Nope. And then I shoot really, really, really fast for a ton of damage, dude, and it's a blast.
But you don't get kills. Like, I've watched your time.
Dude, I'm an artist. Does art have to make sense?
Yes.
Does art have to make sense when you come up with a beautiful build?
It's not art. It's Dota 2. God damn it. I
created this.
I watched you chase after it. I watched you silence an Ember Spirit and like get him down to like below half health, and then you know what I watched? I watched that fucker outrun you. Because you probably didn't have boots.
No, I buy treads. I buy treads first.
Because I watched that guy outrun you, and it was so...
Ember Spirits are fast. They have boots of travel.
Yeah, but you know what slows them the fuck down? A good old-fashioned ice arrow.
So here's the thing about ice arrow. Way back, like 3.5, maybe 4 years ago, okay?
It's frost arrow, and it's R.
Really? It's R.
On Legacy?
That's so crazy. You play Legacy? What's Invoker's Quas?
Q.
Q. So it's still QWE?
I don't remember. I just actually played them the other day. I think it's still QWE, but the colors might be different. Let me look it up because
everything is QWERF for me. QWERF.
It's tough for me actually because I use ASDF.
I use QWERF.
All right, I'm finding your Drow win rate.
Snap is why.
Huh? Cold Snap is Y?
Yeah.
You have
then,
button... Oh, because Y... Well, that's one of your spell slots then. What?
No. That is Legacy Invoker. When
Whoa.
you invoke something, Cold Snap is Y, X is Tornado, Sunstrike is F, Meteor Meatball is D. Like, it's all over across the keyboard. It's not
dope.
It's not just the T and the Y, which is what it normally is.
Do you feel like a harder invoker, but maybe easier once you get the hang of things?
I feel like that would be maybe more difficult.
No, because sometimes you mix spell slots. Because sometimes Meteor's in the first spell slot, and something else is in the second spell slot. If you just knew that if I invoked Meteor right, when I press D, it's a Meteor. Like, that would be really cool, actually. And I have like 50 games of Invoker, sadly, and a 40% win rate.
You're 51.72% on Drow, or
told you I was north of 50.
You should try it. I mean,
never got Frost Arrows in any one of those games, and I'm still above 50%. So what's that say about Roland Dango, dude?
That he could be a lot better.
Yeah, and that's what I'm doing with Spectre. Can I make that transition yet? Because this has to tie in with this whole conversation.
No. I want to hear what Blackheart had to say about Legacy Keys. Sorry, go ahead.
Please, Boris.
I'm interested in Legacy Keys. I don't ever fucking use.
She gives me shit. I don't know
shit about Legacy Keys.
She gives me more shit than anybody else. I can give her a little bit of shit back. What about Legacy Keys?
Anybody who's better than you can give you shit, which is like everybody.
Okay, all right, yeah. I'm better than Cyphus.
In solo.
And
I'm still higher in party. I'll be higher than solo.
Sit down, Roland. Shut up.
I am sitting down already. Should I lay down on the
floor? All right. So I get the argument with Invoker for Legacy Keys.
That's cool.
I can see that.
That's really cool. What about Meepos? Are the different Meepos different buttons?
What the fuck? It's the same hero, but it's duplicated.
I know, but could you go to Meepo 2 with W and Meepo 1 is Q?
You could do that with Meepo now.
You can do it with control groups. I mean,
how long have I have to go. Dota? I have to go in there and change them every time I play Meepo.
No, you can permanently set control groups. Like, it doesn't have to be like I have 7 for all my illusions and everything that I have control in.
What?
Yeah.
See, there's a lot of words in there when you're in the options screen, and there's a lot of yes and no's and offs and ons that I don't dare mess with.
If you don't speak English, I can understand. But besides that,
I speak it, I don't write it or read it.
You just play and you put stats into.
Yeah, it's just. Yeah, it's O-U is what I press. O to level up, U to put in stats, and I just O-U owe you a lot of big crits because I've gotten things. On the big crits.
No, never mind. I'm good. Never mind.
All right, I want to transfer into Spectre.
Okay.
Owes you a lot of losses, I think.
There was one game that Blue was like, thank Roland for losing the game, and I had 4 Ethereal Blades, but got 1 hit by anything. I could kill him in 3 or 4 hits if they didn't kill me first. Anyway, Spectre. So I had a school of thought with Spectre, and I thought I was some badass Spectre. This is before I went 14-0, which is what I currently am on Spectre. 14 streak in a row, by the way, guys. That's .p.roland on Dota Buff if you want to check it out. So I had this old school train of thought on Spectre, which was semi-rigid. It didn't really involve Radiance back then, but it involved heavy Desolate and heavy Spectral Dagger. And it was mostly Desolate. It was mostly the second skill for Spectre. And I did okay. I still had a pretty good win rate with Spectre. And then this person that's pretty rude comes along, named Blackheart, and plays a mean fucking Spectre. Gets a Rampage. I was there for it. I even wrote when she got the Rampage, I was here. And it was really cool. And so I went and watched the replay. Because I wanted to see, because she's talking shit like she always does. And she said her Spectre was badass and all that. And it turned out she got a Rampage in the game. So how can I deny that? So I watched the replay.
Like you didn't know?
No, I didn't know. And so I watched the replay under your camera point of view to see what you're doing. And you went Dispersion. And it was super smart. And I don't know if you went a Vanguard that game or not.
No, I did
don't
not.
think you did. I think you went Poor Man's Shield.
No, what are you talking about?
I don't know. I just remember the dispersion and like how effective it was. And this is a skill that basically I would ignore on Spectre, more or less. Unless I was like up against a brood mother, I wouldn't get dispersion. So this last 14 games has really taught me something. And that's that I go dispersion first. Every single game now. Ever since watching that replay. And
do you skip any? Do you leave one of his skills completely unleveled?
No, it's a 0-0-1, and then it's a 0-1-1, and then it's a 1-1-1, or it's a 1-0-1. Like, I don't get Spectral Dagger first unless I know I'm gonna have to get away, which is usually the norm on Spectre. Is to like just get the dagger in case you need to escape. I like the dispersion. I like 8 tangos. I like a stout shield. I like to buy my Quell on the side. I like to get Manta really quickly, which is something that she did in this game. You didn't do Tread Spectre, did you?
I did phase.
Yeah, phase.
It was phase, diffusal, Manta, heart, radiance, and refresher.
Weird, but I was like, why are you going refresher? And then she gets a rampage, and I'm like, okay, that's pretty cool. I've yet to build refresher on Spectre. Anyway, watching that game from your point of view was pretty cool, and seeing how you dove in for last hit, seeing how the moments when you let people attack you, knowing that your dispersion is going to be a favorable engagement, and knowing when to run away. And yeah, I will say, I will chalk it up to the fact that you got a rampage on Spectre. I watched the game, and now I'm 14-0 on Spectre. I've tried out some different builds. Captain Silver Fox, super cool dude, he loves Spectre too. It's like it's his baby girl, right? And it's all of our baby girls, right? Like you just don't know it, but it's your baby girl too.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you just don't know it.
No, Enchantress is mine.
What? Nah, Spectre's your baby girl. So
no, you're wrong.
Enchantress.
So anyway, he walked me through on stream because I was streaming, and this is like 7 games in. He walked me through exactly what Badman does. The Badman Spectre, the Specnic.
I've been hearing that in the cast and the in-houses.
Yeah, and it was really, really fun, but I don't think I'll do it again because I don't think I'm good enough at Spectre. I think that this leads to another topic, and I will go on a tangent for a second, but I feel like there's a difference between like Jungle Legion, for instance. Why we see Jungle Legion suck so often. We've seen Jungle Legion in Pro do really well. And I think why we see it suck so often is people know how to farm the jungle with Legion Commander. It's pretty easy. You get your lifesteal thing, you lifesteal off creeps. It's easy. You can kill creeps. That doesn't require you to use spells in a certain order, to max something over something else. It doesn't require you to really understand the hero to jungle Legion Commander. And so that is the folly of most Legion Commanders that I see, is they don't really understand how to play Legion Commander, but they know how to kill creeps with her lifesteal, her third ability. And that's kind of how I feel when I play Spectre, Badman style, which is 2 tango start, into Quell, into phase, into urn, into drums. And so this is a heavy fighting build. And Badman looks at drum charges as kills. That he has 6 kills when he gets his drums. Okay? And each one's going to lead to a kill. And that's how he looks at it. And he's the best. Like, I think he's the top MMR right now. Or Arteezy. Arteezy's actually made a crazy climb. So Captain Silver Fox is walking me through this entire game. And I'm like, what is it again? And he's like, okay, build this. And then it was Manta, then Diffusal, or Diffusal, then Manta. Is what he always does. And it worked. I was 9-0, and we won.
But he has the Yasha first, right?
I think he goes Yasha and then Manta, or Yasha Diffusal Manta. But usually it's Yasha Manta, is what Captain Silver Fox was telling me, is that he usually favors... Is what Badman does, yeah. And what it is once you get your urn, you don't really farm creeps anymore. You farm heroes. Like that's the idea behind it, is you haunt in, you have phase boots, you have an urn, you can get right up in their business, you can hit a drum charge and attack faster, you can get them alone, you can chase way harder. And it also, with Badman, you go like max dagger and desolate. So you don't really favor dispersion at all. Because you don't
Which
care.
is what you've been doing.
I've been favoring dispersion. Yeah. I have been doing not Badman, Spectre. That said, I still don't build Radiance hardly ever because I don't think I am efficient enough of a farmer in solo games because I often don't have a support. I often have a really hard off lane that I'm dealing with that's just all they want to do is hit me. They don't want to hit creeps. They just want to hit the Spectre. So I have to like sacrifice farm for like standing by the tower and hopefully getting experience. Anyway, dispersion I think is the way to go. I compare it to Heartstopper Aura, which is another hero of Blackheart's. I think when I think of Blackheart, I think of Necrophos, basically. Like, that sounded bad. No offense or anything. But
just sucking the life out of everyone around you.
Yeah, just making. Yeah.
I mean, that's what I do best.
But it's a lot like Heartstopper Aura in the fact that like I dive into creeps and I want creeps to attack me when I have Vanguard. They do no damage, but I'm dispersing it out anyway, dude. Just spreading all the love to all them. It's a lot like Heartstopper, and it's really fun to do. Anyway, thank you, Blackheart. I think it's a good school of thought.
Is that what you do, Blackheart? I mean, do you favor dispersion as well?
She probably does all sorts of shit, dude.
It really depends, but I usually just switch off a Desolate and Dispersion and just one in Dagger, just because I don't fight until I get to 20 minutes, and I usually have a pretty great support at that point, so...
Yeah, see, but I'm playing this in solo. I'm playing this in, like...
You just have to tell them. You just be like, dude, like, we take this late game, like, we're gonna fucking win.
I'm sure she is the leader of
you
every solo
You just
party.
speak up. You're just like, hey, I'm a 13-year-old boy. It's my first time playing this hero. Like, I really want to win. Like, can you guys do this for me? And they're like, oh my god, like, it's a girl. Like, no, I'm not, you know? Like,
No, I'm not. I'm a 13-year-old boy.
I just want to win, you know? Like, you know, sometimes it works out. Sometimes it doesn't. It's just...
It's funny, Roland gets confused for a 13-year-old boy often, too.
I mean, look at him.
Fuck you.
It's 13 to me.
Well, when he hits puberty...
I have a mustache right now, okay? Can any 13-year-old grow this bad boy? This handlebar motherfucker that I got?
Yeah.
No, I don't.
I would be racist if I said yes, so I'm going to say no. So.
I wish people could see the faint beginnings of a mustache that you have
written on by a pencil.
No, it's been like 3 days since I've shaved. Look at all this, dude. Yeah.
Look at that.
It's fucking manly, dude.
Ball, 5 o'clock shadow.
Cheese ball, 5 o'clock shadow is what I have.
That is exactly what it looks like. It looks like a little mold growing on your upper lip.
Wow, dude. That's what's left over from drinking 40 ounces of Red Bull a day.
Oh, okay.
That was bad for you. I know somebody that had maybe 3 or 4 rock stars every day.
Uh-huh.
And
don't scare me.
I think he had like a
kidney stone.
And then he couldn't pee and it hurt a lot.
No, yeah, it hurts, especially for men because it's a longer passage, we'll say, for men to pass a kidney stone. For some, it's not as long. For some, it's a longer journey.
Wow. The audience can't see you gesture over here when you do that.
I don't think I want to know either.
Anyway, I've heard this same thing about people who drink a lot of energy drinks, that they have kidney stones. And you know what? God smiteth me with kidney stones. I'll still drink Red Bull. Like, this shit is good.
I can't wait till the day you get that kidney stone.
All the good I've got out of Red Bull honestly deserves a little bad to balance it out. So, I mean, I'm fine with that. Like, everything's give and take, you know what I mean? And I've taken a lot from Red Bull. I think it's time that it gives back in the bad way. You know what I mean?
Sure.
No, Red Bull is how I survive.
So now I want to ask you another question. Do you've been talking a lot of game about your Spectre?
Yeah, I have. But I'm walking the walk though.
Do you feel like you
Cyphus,
could?
I bet you $5 he's gonna lose the next one.
Oh, that's fucked. You don't think I can go 15? You don't think I can go 15?
$5.
I'll stream it, and I'll say there's $5 on the line.
All right, I'll take the bet.
$5.
Because I think you could get 15. I'll have faith in you. I'll back you against Blackheart.
Okay,
oh wow!
You
think I can get 15?
$15.
Oh yeah, 15 games, $15.
I will get you guys both Chik-Fil-A.
Okay, here's the thing. We're getting a lot of flack. I am seriously going to take my Tascam, the taser thing that I used at TI5. It's a handheld recorder. I'm going to take it to Braxton, who serves me at Chick-Fil-A every time, and let you guys decide on their policies on hiring, okay? Because their policies don't seem very anti-gay to
Also,
me, okay? is all I've got to say.
Also, $15 would
they're
not be
pretty
in.
anti-gay.
Would not be enough for Roland at Chick-Fil-A.
It's about $15 for
Is it
me.
about 15?
You got to get the 30 count. It's too much value to not get the 30 count nugget. Okay.
How are you not dead?
Do you know how embarrassing it is
Red
to
Bull.
walk into Chick-Fil-A with him and know that you're gonna have to be the guy standing behind the other guy who's ordering 30 chicken nuggets, and when that 30 count order comes out, I would say about
It's for
I would say
everybody.
one in 3 times the person behind the register goes, okay, well your total's gonna be, and then he has to go, oh no.
No, I get 2 chicken sandwiches, because the chicken is fucking great there, right? It's a treat.
Yeah.
So I get the 30 count nugget, but I always blame it on Wazoo. And how I do it is I blame it on whoever is behind me, which is I try and get up there first. And then Andrew will be standing behind me. I'll be like, can I get a 30 count nugget? God damn it, I'm finally paying you back on that bet. Jesus, are you really going to eat all 30 of those? And yeah, and then 2 more chicken sandwiches, please, and a large drink. And that's how I get away with it. And that's how they think
Wait,
it's...
are you seriously eating all 30 of those alone?
Oh yeah.
No.
Oh,
No,
yeah.
I bring them home.
Oh.
Wait, how much
yeah.
is 30 of them?
It's $11 for 30 chicken nuggets. It's
Dude,
only
that's
$11.
pretty fucking cheap, though.
I know. It's a great deal. It's a great fucking deal. So, yeah, I had to take it up. And now McDonald's trying to compete.
Do I inherit all of the recording equipment in your will?
You know, that's what I was going to talk about is if either of us are to die, I want all your stuff. And...
Dude, if you die,
is that cool?
I will totally, order so many Chick-Fil-A nuggets and, everybody tosses,
And just drops them on the
5
ground
of them on
and
top
say-
of your... Yeah, on top of your...
For the homies.
It's for my homies.
For the fallen homies.
Fuck the flowers.
You
I got
guys
chicken
better
sandwiches
drop-
and chicken nuggets.
Oh, man, if I die, you guys should do that. That'd
No,
be a
the
great way to
post-funeral
memorialize
meal
me.
will be at Chick-fil-A,
nice.
of course.
Okay,
Yeah.
nice. And
Have
then
all-
yeah, the Mormons will greet you with they'll close the whole joint for my funeral.
Yeah, they
dude.
will. They will. Oh, I mean, you were their biggest customer.
They could even name it.
They're your biggest fan.
They're my biggest fan. I'm their biggest fan.
Yeah.
That is the only place that I am the biggest fan of.
Yeah.
Is Chick-fil-A.
Obviously. So what I want to know now is your plan, because I don't want
20-0. I'm gonna go 20-0.
Well, I don't want to get too into some details here, but let's just say Wazoo's been having a tough time in this patch.
Oh, I'm about to pass him.
Do you think you could? Do you
Absolutely.
think you could spam Spectre to 3K?
Yes.
How long do you think it would take?
No.
I will be 3K in 30 days or less.
So I issued
And
the challenge.
today is the 22nd or 21st. Oh, well, this is coming out on the 22nd of February. So we'll just say even on a short month on February, I will say that by the 22nd of March, I will be 3,000 or better.
Well, I think we should make. I want to pitch this idea.
I'm willing to bet a lot.
You know how they got March Madness for all the basketball fans.
Sure, unless they nerf Spectre. I'm only claiming Spectre skill
Sure,
here. I'm
sure.
not claiming that I'm good with other heroes, okay?
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, okay.
All right.
Okay.
So you know how they got March Madness.
Yeah.
I think we should have March to 3K Madness.
Okay. All right.
And I think we should
What
spend.
does that mean?
I think we spend the duration of March when we get together over here. I pitched this on Twitter, and there are already hashtags out there for Team
Really?
Cyphus, Team Roland.
Okay. Who can get 3K first by playing 1v1? You need to buy a fucking Logitech C920 then.
Well, I mean, no, doing solo.
I
Doing
know.
side
You
by
need
side
to have,
solo.
and
Okay.
what I'll do is I'll do half a screen of your Dota, half a
Okay.
screen of my solo Dota, and two webcams for each of us.
Okay.
So people can see how things are going in our progressions.
see
And
the
below
march.
will be our MMR charts.
Okay.
And I'm going to get 3K by March 22nd. I don't know if you're going to be anywhere near 2,500 by then, but we'll see. You can't play Spirit Breaker to 3K, pal. I'm sorry.
Oh, I can't?
No.
I beg to differ.
No. Spirit Breaker... So okay, and I know
My Spirit
this is
Breaker
one
games
thing,
have been off the hook.
I don't care. This is one thing that I know Blackheart will agree with me on. Blackheart, what happens when it goes super late, even if you're not having a good game as Spectre?
What do you mean? Like you're not farmed enough? You're not.
You had a bad early game, but the game's like now 50 minutes in. What's gonna happen?
Continue.
what's gonna happen? You're probably gonna win because you're Spectre. Okay.
No, not necessarily. I mean, if
No.
you don't get a heart, I guarantee you're gonna lose.
Yeah, I'm saying you got a heart. You know, it's 50 minutes.
Oh, just like that one game. Who played a game right after we did, and went Spectre and didn't go heart? Was it Mister or was it Wazoo?
No, I thought that was no. Mr. Blue played. He played Anti-Mage. The Spectre I want to say was AG.
No. The game that the one that you spectated, and then that epic one that we had, and then. Somebody...
Oh, the one where we got the ancient, where our ancient was down to like 30 HP, and then we came back to win it.
Yeah, and then there was another game right after that.
I was the captain of that party. Remember? The coach, not the captain, the coach.
And
so I wasn't playing.
We didn't listen to your advice, or else we would have lost.
What was my advice? Was the right advice, wasn't it? I was like, Easy, hurry, put him in a hex, and Easy was like, all right, I'll hex him.
Oh my god, you guys did not even notice. I bought the second level of defusal, and I defused everybody to slow them down. Nobody noticed it because there's just too much shit going on.
I don't think you did that. I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure that
was chaos. I had given up. What
was
so shitty about that game is like I had given up all hope on that game like 20 minutes in.
So
it was going so terribly, and it was a miserable game for me with Disruptor.
Nobody has heard the story. Nobody has heard the story of this game because I've tried to tell the story, and people are like, "Oh, that's cool. You had a good game. They almost got your ancient, and then you got theirs." I want to explain the magnitude of this game. I was just the coach. I wasn't even in the room for half the game, I'll say. Like, well, maybe I was. I got
I think you were in from the majority of it.
For the majority, but it's okay. They are getting rushed down mid, okay? And they're all banging on the Ancient, okay? The Ancient is taking massive damage. There are creeps all over it, whatever. It's getting lower. It's getting lower. Spectre goes in, gets the creeps off. Thank God. It's still getting lower because this Bloodseeker's attacking. Shink, shink, shink. Blackheart apparently diffuses everybody to slow them down.
Apparently she does something with the diffusal blade.
Diffuses each and every person. And then right when Bloodseeker, literally in animation, to get the last hit on the Ancient, Easy is playing Lion and throws him, makes him a fish. And then after being made a fish, he impales. And then guess what happens? Blackheart goes in there. Shink, 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 shink. The Bloodseeker's dead. They rush down mid. They win. And it was spectacular.
Well, it was their entire team attacking the Ancients. We had to wipe their entire team in order.
Twice.
Twice. And she got a rampage on one of those wipes. I mean, wasn't that the rampage game?
Was there?
I dove the tower for that one.
Oh, I mean, you dove a tier 3. You dove a tier 3 to get the rampage, but it was cool. And it was way cool.
No, that game was a blast. It was a tough game.
I didn't give you credit in game, but I was like, I dropped my headphones and was like, bam. Like I haven't had a rampage since Reborn. I know that because when I started Reborn, I had 21 rampages, and I still have only 21 rampages under my stats. So I know that I have not had a rampage since Reborn. Which God knows how long Reborn's been out now.
I've had Rampage and Reborn even.
It's okay. I've only had 3.
Oh. There's this Meepo guy that we had on the show. His name's Ink. He's super, super good at Meepo. Like, that's like his specialty, and people give him shit, and they call him a dirty Meepo picker. But he is like the meanest Meepo, and every day I log in to see Snatch the Aegis or Got a Rampage. One of the two. And he's playing at 65, I think he's 7K now. 6,500 or so, Ink Dota.
Yeah.
Incredible player.
Yeah, he really is.
And I just log in, and he gets a rampage, and then like 15 comments follow, like, you dirty fucking Meepo picker. Like, because he gets them all the time, this guy. Like, ugh.
So do you think Roland can hit 3K by the end of March?
I'd have to really look at it. No. And then if not, we should definitely do a bet on it.
So you think that maybe it's time that I give up this 2K life and go live on the 3K side of things? Yep. No, I am willing to. Let's see. Okay, so 3,000 MMR is what I'm going for.
Sure.
Well, I need some increment of 3,000 that we can bet. If we do 3,000 pennies, we're looking at $300.
$30.
$30.
$30. $30.
You were a math major for a while.
I take 2 zeros away, and then we're at 30.
Yeah.
I will bet $30 that I get 3K by March 22nd.
All right, I'll take the bet.
Okay,
Wait, how much is for the 12
I will give you 3,000 pennies.
.p-a-thon thingy, bobber?
We need like $500 a month. But what this people don't understand what that Patreon thing is. That Patreon isn't like we'll do a 12-hour stream where we play Dota. That's a 12-hour stream of us doing a show. Like we're 40 minutes into this show. We're going to talk for 12 hours.
Well, and have people calling in and do giveaways and stuff live on the stream.
But I mean, it's going to be in this format. It's going to be
it'll be a show.
It's a show. Like it's not like okay, I'm gonna go on break. Like it's not that gonna be that type of thing. It's going to be engaging for 12 hours, and that's why it's got to be $500. Like if I'm going to do it, it's got to be $500. And then the DotPod Codathon, which is I believe $1,000 or maybe.
Yeah, is that the 18-hour one or is that a 24?
Or maybe it's a $750. I don't know how much.
No, it's 1,000. Because we figured we would need to hit 1,000 so that we could fly easy
out here. Yeah. And that one we're going to do 18 hours, and the rules are no one can leave the studio for more than 15 minutes. So basically, they can leave the studio for long enough to go to the bathroom over an 18-hour period, and only one person can be gone at a time. So that literally forces us, and we're on mic the entire time, recording in 4-hour increments, because that's the comfort level I feel on recording before I have to stop recording and restart, and then restart.
Yeah.
So we will do 4 4-hour podcasts and 1 2-hour podcast, if you will, while people are calling in at that mark. That's what that's all about, and that's why it's like $1,000 My favorite streamer does this every weekend when his mom goes to Cabo. Like, that's not what it's gonna be like. It's not gonna be me mumbling into the mic about how I'm playing Phantom Lancer. We're going to be high octane Red Bull. Maybe kidney stones are coming. I can't leave the room for longer than 15 minutes.
You might get the kidney stone on stream.
Yeah, and I mean,
roll kid stones.
Like that may happen, and we may have to deal with that situation.
Yeah.
Oh, and then we can start a Kickstarter for you.
Yeah.
There we go.
Then get Roland's kidney stones blown up by laser beams.
Get that shit cut out so he can play more and drink more.
Roland needs an upgrade.
Roland only needs 1 kidney.
Yeah, like I hope I don't have kidney stones. I go to a doctor pretty often, but he's not like checking me for kidney stones. So I don't know. Like it's just a standard thing. Like I get blood pressure and weight and that type of thing. He's not like,
sounds like an eventful
open
time.
up them kidneys. Let's see if you got any stones in there.
He doesn't knock on you like the melon that you are to see.
The melon that I am. Well, we'll see who's 3K dancing on that 3K cloud. Okay?
Oh, you should go on one of those my crazy addiction.
My crazy addiction, but to Dota and Red Bull.
No, yeah, he'd be like, you drink over
60 ounces of Red Bull a day.
Over a year, you drink over.
And they show they show a pool of Red Bull, and it's like, wow, yeah. I dive in, and I'm in pure heaven.
Exactly. You'd be like, I have no second thought.
And it'd be like, yeah, I mean, that's about right. No, this is funny. OG recently got sponsored by Red Bull. The first Dota team to get sponsored by Red Bull. And I got to figure that I am paying a pretty good portion of their salary that they get from Red Bull.
Yeah.
So basically, just like taxpayers bitch at teachers and stuff like that.
You're going to start bitching at OG.
I'm going to start bitching at OG and being like, I'm a Red Bull payer. And I want my Red Bull money to be, exemplified in the highest manner.
We need to figure out what fraction of it, what fraction of a penny of every can that's sold goes to OG.
Yeah,
we'll do a little math.
Yeah, I do need.
And then we'll figure out how much money you've personally donated.
And yeah, I want to see them succeed. I believe in their brand now. Now
that their brand is Red Bull.
No, Big Daddy No-Tail is like my dude. Like yeah. I feel like if I ever get to meet Big Daddy No-Tail, like you think I've gushed now. Like it'll be like, so remember that time when you took that picture in your brand new black Audi that you bought with the money that you won from Frankfurt? And he's like, yeah, I remember that. I was like, Me too.
What the heck? You're totally fanboying right now. It's so God.
I am
gushing and he's not here.
I know. I'm a huge fan of him. I'm a huge fan of him.
Okay,
which is
hey,
crazy.
you got the syntax right there.
Yeah. So.
All right. No. Yeah. I think we make March. I think we do it. That we do it.
So I'll set up
nothing but solo.
I'll set up a presentation, is what they call them, and I will do like a side to side where because Dota's more wide than it is square. You know what I'm saying?
Sure.
I'll put us both in the top. I'll be in the top right. I feel like that's a more prominent position. The person who's going to make it to 3K will be in the top right. Top left will be loser's bracket, or Cyphus playing. And then we can easily import graphs that will show our march in Excel up or down. And we'll show.
I have that graph already through Dota Buff.
Oh yeah, I have that.
Yeah.
I pay for Dota Buff Plus too. I just never use it because I already know. You know what I mean?
Sure.
Like I already know that I'm kicking ass. You don't need to tell me Dota Buff. I'm playing in very, very high.
You make me want to spam the Spirit Breaker. That's what you make me want to do.
Well, it should make you want to spam the Spectre to see that the number one person who gets shit in Defense of the Patients, aka me for being a bad player, aka Roland, okay, is 14-0 on Spectre right now. Like there's got to be something.
We should force Cyphus into the carry position and just have two solid supports. I think that's what we should do.
Why would we do that?
No,
that way he can be better, and then he can be better than you, and then he can continue being better.
No, he's not better than me though.
I know that mechanically, I will definitely admit, mechanically I'm not. I'm behind you as far as farming goes. For sure.
I'm kidding around. You're like my best bud.
No, but like I'm in like a serious analysis. Like I know what holds me back when I'm in a carry role are my mechanics in that regard. That's
what holds you back is you only play Lion, dude. That's what holds you back, okay? Lion and Spirit.
I don't think I play Lion in like 150 games.
I know, I'm just joking.
Hey, this one game, Lion was off lane on the dire side. And he wrecked us.
Really?
It was really bad. It was a 30-minute blink tranquil.
Did he have that?
Eggs, yeah, dude.
Whoa.
He fucking wrecked us.
So the Lion beat you.
Yeah, man.
Wow.
My ass was handed to me. It felt really bad.
Holy shit. We're getting some enlightening stuff here on Defense of
No wonder nobody likes you.
No, this is bullshit. Blackheart playing the nice card right now, not being
no. The addendum to that story where they take our ancient down to 30 health and we bring it back is that at the very end of the game, the only person on the team to say anything is Blackheart's GG. Fuck you guys.
No, she said, fuck you guys, GG, heart. And
No. I said, fuck you guys, and then a heart. I didn't even say GG.
Oh, that's right.
I deserve it.
And we're like, what the fuck?
And then the other guy, the Ember or something, the other team was like, dude.
Because it was such a close game. And of course, like, the whole breaking of the tension was Blackheart saying, fuck you guys, heart.
When they were like, one game, guys, good game. Oh my god, I can't believe we won. I was like, fuck you.
I just see that. No, that dude, that guy, his response was ultimate. Just the dude with the question mark. Like, come on, man.
Like, dude, we almost won.
Did you know? Were you not watching the same game I was?
That was hilarious.
It was a good time.
Like, I think even the other team understood that, like, that wasn't even BM. that was just, like, hilarious. Like, I cracked up when
I hate that it's BM, by the way.
It started in StarCraft, the BM, the bad manners.
Yeah, I get it. But
oh my god, you should have seen my BM techies that one game. It was BM so funny.
It's become kind of like an adjective, BM.
Word. I get. Do I really, bowel movement, BM?
I don't think I don't think that way. My mind isn't in the shit gutter, okay? My mind's in the bad manners gutter. Mm-hmm. And right now, if you want to go to defenseofpatients.com and look under the ladder, it is the BM Wazoo is what he's titled. I want to not explain his story fully, but explain that he did not mean to call that GG, and he is very apologetic. This is one thing that I don't want to perpetuate because I hate the early GG calls, but I want to tell the story. Proud, after Andrew accidentally hit his bind key and it said GG, and it was a bind key. You can go back and look at it. Proud was like, Wazoo, I need to talk to you. Apparently, and this is Wazoo explaining it to me, and he's like, look, dude, that's not your option. you don't get to call GG. They get to call GG if they want to. That is not your choice. And he's being very serious, and Andrew's like, I didn't mean to. I'm really, really sorry. And he's like, no, just listen. Like, you can't do that.
Oh my god.
It was, oh man. Everybody gave him shit. There was a moment of silence, and everybody was like, whoa, not that cool. Guy. Because he happened to hit the GG right when they took one set of racks, and it was like he was being a cocky dick, being like, took a set of racks, we win. And I went and watched Lurkaderp's stream. I went and watched her old broadcast to see how she reacted to the accidental GG, and she's like, she was really cool about it. She's like, nah. You've only taken one set of racks, is what she said.
They almost brought that game back.
Oh, they did. They did.
That game was that was.
It was almost Game of Thrones.
Oh, okay. Sure. So on the in-house front, and since we're like getting close to wrapping up here, in-houses are happening, folks. For those who are out there, we've been kind of experimenting the past 2 weeks. We've got the ladder board, the leaderboard. You get dot points for winning. You lose dot points for losing. We've been kind of experimenting with it. I think we got it down. We had a good meeting today. We played around with some different formats earlier this week. We are going to accommodate the additional like demand for playing in the in-houses. There's a ton of
people that want to play in these. It's so cool.
So we're going to do 2 lobbies simultaneously. One of them will be a featured lobby that will be cast on the stream.
And we're gonna do this like by like coin. How do we decide?
We'll have fun with it.
Okay.
I think if we have one that has like a lot of new players, we might focus on it so everybody can have a chance to see the new players play
and to see themselves be casted. It's fun. Yeah. I mean, remember our 82L games where we'd sit there and we'd watch.
Oh, you go back and watch yourself and listen, being casted.
Like, oh, dude, wait! I want to hear what they say when I get this kill. I want to. Oh, they talked about me right there. That was me. I was playing that. Like it's cool to feel that.
Yeah, it's a good time. Yeah. And it's also interesting just to hear. I don't know. It's fun to hear people like, look at things that you did unintentionally and assign intention to it, or or think that you did something completely by accident that you did on purpose. It's fun to hear somebody else analyze it, and especially with like Zach, Ursi, Proud, Skrunk, the people who've that I know I'm missing a ton of people who have been casting in these, but they're high skill players and they're good casters. So it's interesting to hear their perspective on your play. I mean, I think sometimes listening to a caster, especially one who's better than you, cast your game, gives you some insight into what maybe you should have done or shouldn't have done on a hero.
Yeah.
So every Thursday and Saturday night, starting at 9 p.m. Eastern on the dot, you will see .p in-house lobbies go up.
.p in-house 1 and .p in-house 2. It doesn't matter which one you go in. Both have the same password of .p, and it's all lowercase.
We know who some of the higher skill players are, so in order to keep games balanced, we may have some of the higher skill players like rotate around between the lobbies.
We may shift people, and we have admins in both lobbies that are talking to each other over a VoIP. Okay, so they're able to communicate with each other. And we will make sure that it is as fair of a game as possible. Matter of fact, our last in-houses have been too fair. How boring have those games been? Oh my god,
I don't think they've been boring.
We're getting like 19-minute first bloods, and it's like, oh my god,
it hasn't been quite
somebody
that bad.
Kills
and in
somebody.
fact, the last one saw a double kill like before the the 0
I'm just
mark.
Joking. There was like a run of 2 games that were just so close that it was just like, okay, the kill score is still 22-22. Yeah. We are 94 minutes in. It looks like the 4th Divine Rapier is going up, although they don't want to go engage with it.
It has been cool how many Divine Rapier games we've seen.
Yeah, it's just like, what the fuck?
Okay, so we're going to be doing 2 lobbies, 3 games for each lobby. One of those games will be featured on the stream. You can join us on the stream at twitch.tv/.ptv, DOTP TV. Also, if you go to defenseofthepatients.com and click on the ladder tab, it gives you all the info you need. You guys got to be in Discord because that's kind of how it's easier for us to manage and keep track of everybody in Discord.
Discord is the guild, basically. If you want to participate with the guild and read all the funny shit that goes up and all the new content, people are posting like good music and their music tasting and stuff like that. It's a great time. You can go to our website. Under the ladder, you can find the Discord invite.
And it's a good place to find. It's surprising how many people are playing different games other than
it's fun
Dota.
to spy on people. It's fun. It's fun to be like, Proud is still playing Darkest Dungeon and be like, how far are you, buddy? And he's like, Apprentice still. And I'm like, oh, you haven't done Champion 5 yet, huh?
Yeah. I've got my first full group of level 5s in Darkest Dungeon.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
2 of mine died.
I lost Roland, my highwayman.
I lost you, and I lost my pride. I had a hero named Roland's Pride. like as in my pride. Like sure. My pride died.
That died on the first day?
It didn't, no, he got to be level 5. He was a true champion. But he did die. And now all that's left is Wazoo and Easy, a leper and a man-at-arms. Yeah.
Wait, do you guys still play Nobody's
Nobody's talking or else you'll explode or whatever. Keep talking or nobody explodes. Yeah, yes, we played it semi-recently. We're super fucking good at it, so it's not even really a challenge anymore.
Bullshit.
Oh, my Morse code. I'm really good at doing Morse code. Maybe.
Oh, I got so fucked on that. I was just like short, long. There's a pause.
It's dots and dashes.
It is really difficult to figure out the Morse code. I won't lie. Like it's definitely, it was something that it didn't really personally click for me until I went and watched a video of somebody who actually did it properly or figured it out.
I never watched a video. You literally, being the expert, explained to me exactly how I should handle Morse code, and how we do it is how Morse code works. And keep talking and nobody explodes is, we're trying to figure out the first couple letters. We only need the first 2 or 3 letters for him to figure out the word, to give me the frequency I send the radio to turn this module of the bomb off. So basically what I do is I figure out the first letter, I let it go again. And then I know what the first letter is, I wait for the space, I figure out the second letter.
And sometimes you can do it with the first letter. I mean,
that's where I got confused. It's just I wasn't sure if the gap was long enough, or if it wasn't long at all, or if it just wasn't flashing long enough.
It's 3 beats. So it's basically 3 dots is how long a space is. So it's like, it'd be like dot, or dot dash dash would be like two letters right.
By beats he means, so you'll see, how you see the flashes and there's like there's like a really short pause, and then it comes back with some more flashes, really short pause, and it does that for a series of like 5 letters, I think is what it does. Mm-hmm. And then there's a really long pause to signify that it's starting over.
It's starting the sequence over.
And it's really hard to get the timing on those pauses, but once you figure it out, like once you've seen it and you get that aha moment, it becomes it not that it's an easy one to do, and you still get fuck ups.
We start with that one. I look for the Morse code on the bomb, because we're getting into more advanced bombs, so like I look for the Morse code, and I'm like, okay, we got Morse code, and it's like, all right, let's go.
Wait, how far are you guys in?
Chapter 4.
Yeah, I think we just barely finished all the modules.
There are a couple modules we've never seen. So the hardest ones for us are the vertical wires.
No, what we haven't seen is
that's the hardest one.
For stars with the light.
The LED below or the star above, and they're
it's not. I know it's not difficult from the like bomb diffuser's perspective, but from the expert's perspective, dealing with that Venn diagram.
Well, I have to give you a bunch of information on the bomb. Like, what's the serial? Does the serial code have a valve?
Well, but it's like the issue is that you have to deal with that Venn diagram, which is semi confusing, especially when you get the ones that like. There are a couple that don't like overlap with any of it, and it's really hard to figure out when you get to the dead center.
You're like, cut it, and I'm like, I did, and that was the last one, and it's not green yet, and then as the bomb diffuser, I'm just like, I'm just gonna cut this one, and it's like, nope, it wasn't.
Yeah, I know, because then they're like, so I'm playing it with Gorgon, and then he's like, is there a serial code? And I was like, yeah. Let me just rotate this around like maybe 360 and like I don't know, like 1060 or some shit. I was like, okay, I found it. And he's like, is there like an even number? And I'm like, oh shit. I was like, what the fuck is an even number? And he's like, is there like a letter? And I'm like, I don't fucking know. Like, I don't want to play this anymore. And the next thing you know, it's like, you're out of time, bitch. And I'm like, oh fuck.
I just do it as Roland 1 has died. Roland 2 enters the scene.
We've lost a lot of good Rolands.
Yeah, I've died multiple times, been cloned to do it yet again. Morse code killed me so many times.
I'll tell you what, though. That game, so I went down to like a Kinko. I don't even think they're Kinkos anymore. They're like FedEx offices.
You printed it out.
Yeah, and I printed out that bomb manual. I printed out 2 bomb manuals and put them in a nice binder, all that good stuff. And just started taking my laptop with me to like parties and like family get-togethers, and having a group of people sit around with 2 manuals and 1 person on that bomb. It is the most fun you can have like with a party game.
Mafia's pretty fun if you have a lot of people.
Mafia's fun, but like I still, I mean, if you gave me the choice, like honestly, if you gave me the choice between like having a small group that was running bombs, with a rotating cast of characters, or doing Mafia, I'd go for the bombs.
Yeah.
Dude, that sounds so much fun. I'd totally do that.
It really sets you up for failure, that bomb game, I feel like. Because Morse code is like the first obstacle you really face. Like, you're like, every other thing you can pretty much figure out, you and the expert. And then you get to Morse code. The first time I saw Morse code, I was like, dude, I'm going to die. I'm like, there's this thing that's flashing. He's like, oh yeah, it's Morse code. And I was like, okay. Probably gonna die here. Probably gonna die right now because I was like long, short. Hold on. It's gonna start over. Long. And he's like, no, dude, that's not even possible for a letter. And I was like, okay, it's gonna start over, and then.
I wish we had the video of us. Or I'm sure we do somewhere still.
I still do have
our
the
first attempt at the Morse code.
And I'm like,
it was frustrating.
And the alarm's going off, and I didn't know that you could turn the alarm off, so it's like in my ear, and I'm like, I don't know, it's long or short. There's shorter ones and long ones.
What we haven't dealt with yet is needy modules.
Oh, needy modules.
Yeah.
That if you don't, you have to do them like every minute.
Yeah,
right?
you have to. Yeah, like they have to be continually addressed. And
okay,
that's the one thing we haven't really got delved into yet.
We can handle it. I've tried to be the expert before, and we did okay because you knew, you were very familiar with the bomb because you had been the expert for so long. The one thing that really got me were the vertical wires, and when we got into those, I was like, all right, so there's a huge Venn diagram here. Let's try and do this one real quick. All right, and there any red ones? And you're like, yep. And I'm like, I'm lost. I don't know. Somewhere, don't cut it. Don't cut that one. Let's move on to another one.
Well, then I don't know. It's fun. Like, you could probably do an episode on that game, but maybe not really. It's better watched.
Yeah,
like there are definitely
our
some
streams
strategy
are cool.
elements.
So
I was just about to say that we should totally do one back to back. 2 different people.
Oh, we could
doing
easily
the bombs, and then 2 different.
You just have to share your screen with me.
All you have to do the beauty is you could actually get like a little party game together of experts. Like you could have 3 people all in a Skype call.
Oh, you could,
and have 2 of them, or even 4 or 5 people on a Skype call. Have 4 of them working on the with the manual, and then the other doing the bomb defusal.
All you have to do is share your screen with me, and I just basically crop the image so I'm only looking at your bomb defusal thing, but I can't see it because the stream's going, right? I can only see the bomb when I'm actually interacting with the bomb, but it shows the stream, you guys looking through the manual and what the process is that the experts are going through, which was really fun.
Yeah.
And so we have Denny's little script on the right where he's like scrolling through, and you can see him like
I should share more of my desktop because I've started like with the memory game. Yeah, like I try to keep track of the memory game on a notepad.
Which an expert would have a pen and paper, I'd hope.
You would, yeah. I do.
We have to close the show. I have painters coming.
I know.
Painters.
So,
we have painters coming. I'm like, I can paint a room. Okay.
Wait, at 10:30 at night?
No, they're coming at 7 in the morning.
Oh.
And it's like I've got to deal with like I got to still take pictures off the walls and like stuff like that.
Shit you should have done a couple hours ago.
Shit I should have done yesterday.
Yeah,
really.
Okay, so folks, we check out the in-houses. That I guess that's the where this tangent spawned. Love to have y'all come and play. We're trying to
check out the Discord.
Yeah, and we're trying to give priority to players who haven't played. So keep that in mind and swing by and join up and hop into the Discord to join the guild properly. If you guys want to find us, we're defenseofthepatients.com. We're at .p_show on Twitter. You can find Defense of the Patients on iTunes, Stitcher, all your favorite podcast apps. YouTube.com/.ptv1, numeric 1 at the end of that, is where you'll find all of our YouTube content, like the Theorycraft Thursday videos, all that good stuff. We got some guests coming up this week. We've got at least some...
We got Tsunami coming on Theorycraft Thursdays, so look out for that. Tsunami's the guy who makes all the really cool guides out there, so go check him out. What is his? I think his Twitter. What is his Twitter? Jesus.
I can't remember.
Okay,
but you'll see him on Theorycraft Thursday regardless. And then also we might have somebody coming in on Tryhard Tuesdays. Not positive yet. Looking to try to find it or finalize that booking. But so you may get a guest on Tryhard Tuesdays, or you may just get old.
But
Blue
most
and Wazoo.
importantly, the guest today, Blackheart. Despite all the shit you give me, and despite all the shit I definitely give you back, I like you. I like you at the end of the day. I'll say that much. You're all right in my book. What's that?
Feeling's not mutual.
Feeling is not mutual. Okay, so Tsunami's Twitter is at Tsunami643 is how you can follow Tsunami. Check him out if you haven't seen what he's done. He has done some really cool shit. Go out there and check it out so you know who you're listening to on Thursday, which you guys already probably know who he is because he's big time. All right.
I love
but not as big time as Blackheart.
That's right. Damn it.
Blackheart is really the focal point of this week, and how her shitty Spectre made a great Spectre out of me.
That's the lesson learned.
Is the lesson pretty much to end this episode.
Roland just wanted you here so that he could, juxtapose his awesome Spectre to your shit Spectre.
But, I mean, it takes a shit Spectre to make a good Spectre. You know what I mean?
Like
balance.
Spectre fertilizer.
Or like Red Bull and kidney stones. Like, there's a balance to everything.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
If I had a chicken nugget for every time we talked about how good your gameplay was, I think I'd had more than 30 by now. I would have enough to feed maybe the whole DotP community.
Nope. You wouldn't even have enough to feed me. All right.
I mean, I'd need like 10 chicken sandwiches.
All right, close it down.
All right, well, that's gonna be it for us, folks.
You don't have a Twitter yet, but you need to make one, right? Isn't that what's going on?
It'll be at Blackheart.
At Blackheart Dota, I think.
It's already. Oh no.
What is it?
I think it's already taken, but no, you'll see.
Okay, so wait to see what Blackheart's Twitter is gonna be, because that's gonna be exciting. Some shit talk there for sure. I'll get it at every angle.
Yeah, it'll be good.
My phone will beep when somebody wants to shit talk me, so it'll be great.
It'll be just like normal. All right, folks, that's gonna be it for us. Tune in tomorrow for Try Hard Tuesdays with Blue and Wazoo and possibly a guest. Until next time, this is Cyphus for Roland and Blackheart saying good luck and Godspeed.